Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ree and this is Fluid Fox Yoga. Thank you to many of you that have subscribed to my channel recently. Warm welcome. Thank you for following my videos. I'm really just thrilled and happy that I'm providing content that you enjoy. And I'll use this opportunity to ask for your feedback, suggestions for future content, video lengths, styles. Let me know because I'd like to produce content that you need and want. But today we're going to go straight into a flow. So when you're ready, grab any props you need. You might want to use a block if you like using blocks. Otherwise, I'll see you on your mat in a moment. Right, as promised, we're going straight into it. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Give yourself a little hug here, and then let the knee drop out to the side. If you want to prop it up, you can. And we'll start with a twist to the right. Take your right fingers behind your back, left hand on the knee. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, gently twist, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale here for 3. Inhale, 2. Be kind to your shoulders, last breath here, and your back. And keeping your left hand on the knee, reach your right arm over the head and pull your left toes back towards you. Hold this stretch, you don't need to touch your toes. We're going to be going back here in a moment, so just really easing out the right side, breathing here. And then coming all the way back up. Your right hand comes back to the floor behind you. And you're going to press into your right knee and lift the hips. So it's a thrust of the hips, glutes on, and you're going to reach your left arm over your head. I'm going to try and touch my Christmas tree. And then gently lower the hips to the floor. Bring your left hand onto that right knee. Same side stretch, reach the right arm over the head, and again. So moving through this a little bit more dynamically, just to get a little bit of heat into the body. Come back down. Side stretch, you might travel a little bit. I think I am. One more, reach the right hand back to the floor, push into the knee, lift the hips, reach back, and then lower. Take your side stretch. Good, and then come back up. I'm going to turn around, but we're going to bring our left knee in. Same again, squeeze the knee in, and then let that left knee drop out to the side. If you want to prop it on a block, you can. Twisting to your left. Right hand comes across onto that knee, left fingers behind the spine. Inhale, lift and lengthen, nice and tall. Exhale, ease that left shoulder back as you twist. Be mindful of your neck. Been learning about my sternocleidomastoid muscles recently. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, soften the shoulders as you twist and you look over your left shoulder carefully. One more breath. Reason why I've been looking into neck is I often get quite stiff neck. Right hand on left knee, and it's always worse in the winter. Reach the left arm over and we take our side stretch. You're going to reach your left fingers towards your right toes, maybe flexing that foot. Holding here for 3. Feeling a nice opening down the left side of your body. So strong stretch this. 2. And 1. And then we bring ourselves back up, left hand to the floor behind your bottom. Press into your left knee and really squeeze the glutes as you reach over your head. And then we lower to the floor. Hand comes back onto that knee. The left arm comes over to your toes. And again, reach back. Thrust the hips up. Lower. And take your side stretch. One more of these. Reach back. Inhale, left, lower, take your side stretch, really nice. You're going to roll onto your hands and knees now. So swing your legs behind you, spread your fingers, tuck the toes under. Exhale, press the hips back to your heels. Inhale, move the shoulders forwards. Again, exhale, push back. Inhale, pull forwards. Make sure your fingers are spread. Exhale, Push back, feel the stretch in the toes and arches. Inhale, pull forwards. One more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to center, untuck the toes and just walk your fingers out to the sides and then around. So the fingers face you, thumbs on the outside, and just gently lift the gaze and start to arch through the back. So you're trying to pull your shoulders back, lift your tailbone, and then carefully round the back here, tuck the tailbone under. Good, carefully reverse it. Inhale, lift the gaze, tailbone lifts. Exhale, tuck the chin under. And then walk your fingers back round, sit on your heels for a moment, release the hands and start to flick the fingers. Take some gentle circles of the wrists. Maybe shake the hands if that feels good for you. And then we're going to come up onto our knees, so kneeling now, tuck the toes under. If you have a block or a cushion, grab it because it's quite useful. You don't have to use anything at all, but I just think it's really good for squeezing. We're going to tuck that tailbone under and you can feel your thighs, your adductors instantly squeeze the block. Your feet are hip width apart, toes are tucked, your hands are going to come to your hips. You're going to keep that tailbone tucked under. So really think about cracking a walnut between your buttocks. Nice visual for you. Lift the chest, sorry, but it's a good one. And then draw the shoulders back, and seasonal too. And again, think about cracking your walnut, glutes on, lifting the chest, and then drawing those shoulders back. And try not to lean into this, so keep pushing the hips forward so they're over the knees. And just lift through the chest, so you can even draw your belly in as if you're trying to lift your ribs up towards your heart up towards your throat. And then slowly come back up to center. Remove the prop, but keep it handy because you might, if you like that, you might want to use it again later when we come back to that camel stretch. Keeping the toes tucked under, inhale, downward facing dog. Readjust hands, feet. Take any movements now that you need. So 3 breaths here, wiggling the legs, knees, hips, waking up the hamstrings. And you're welcome to sway as well, side to side. Gets into the sides and into those shoulders a little bit, distributing the weight as much as you can across the palms of your hands. On your next inhale, send the right leg to the sky, point the toes, push through both arms, watch the elbows don't buckle. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands, top of the mat, followed by the left. Left foot joins it, forward fold, spread the toes. Distribute the weight evenly across the soles of your feet. Knees are soft, walk your hands round to the right, push into the arches of your feet. Walk your hands around to the left. Again, press into the arches of your feet. Inhale back to center. Let your head and arms dangle, roll up, knees are soft. Curl to standing, reach your arms over your head. Think about tucking the tailbone under, lifting the chest, and reaching back. Exhale, Uttanasana to the floor, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands down. Tap your right wrist with your right toes. So you've got to lift from the hip and tap. Tap your left wrist with your left toes. Lift from the hip and tap. Step back to plank. Right foot, left foot, back of the mat. Inhale, pull the shoulders forwards. Dome through the back, pull the belly in, lower knees, chest, chin. Keep that tailbone tucked under. Wrap the elbows towards your rib cage. Inhale, glide into your cobra. Active cobra, feet down, hips down, glutes on. Hands off. Exhale, take a child's pose. Knees go wide or to where it's comfortable. On your next breath, come back onto all fours, readjust and lift to your downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha, chin to chest. Same again, left side. Inhale, left leg lifts to the ceiling. Point those toes, push through both arms equally. Exhale, step the left foot between your hands, top of the mat, followed by the right, forward fold. Inhale, rolling all the way to standing. Reach the arms overhead, tuck the tailbone under, lift the chest, reach back. Exhale all the way to the earth, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, if you can, plant the palms down. If not, just keep the fingertips down, bend the knees, left toes tap left wrist, lift at the hip. Right toes tap right wrist. Step back to plank, left foot followed by right. Inhale, draw the shoulders forwards, pull the belly in. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or if you want to go straight to chaturanga, you can. Inhale, cobra. Active cobra if you wish. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here, readjust. Chin to chest. Knees are soft, hips are high, press back. On your next inhale, right leg to the sky. 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot forwards, left foot joins it, top of the mat. Inhale to the sky. Big stretch this time. Exhale to the earth, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway and bring the hands back down. Again, right toes tap right wrist, left toes tap left wrist. This time take your right hand to the right corner of your mat, so on the diagonal of your right foot, and you can use the block if you have short arms. Actually, using the block really helps. You're going to transfer all the way into your right leg. Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon. Lift the left leg up behind you. Focus on something on the floor to gain stability here. And really flex that back foot, turn the toes of the back foot out, so you're stacking the left hip on top of the right, and reach your left fingers to the ceiling here. Keep that left leg lifted, nice and strong. And then when you're stable, and only when you're stable, you can turn your gaze. Good. Lower the gaze, and then you're going to step your left leg behind your right, but off to the right. So the outer edge of that left foot lands on the floor. Your left hand also comes off the mat to the left and lands on the floor. So you can see from this angle that my right foot is in front and the sole of my right heel is down. And I'm going to just twist my right arm up to the ceiling. And you're going to lower your left thigh and then you're going to push it back up. Support yourself here as you step the left foot to the back of your mat, toes out, and prepare for Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Send your left arm over your head and readjust your stance here. Soften the shoulders, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm reaches up and over. Exhale, wrap the right arm under the left and come into eagle arms. Reach the fingers up as you transfer your weight over to your left leg and push the hips back into Skandasana. Right leg is straight, right toes are flex, and you're keeping the sole of your left foot down. Inhale, back up to center. Turn both sets of toes in now to face the long edge of your mat. Inhale, lift the fingers, keeping your eagle arms. Exhale, forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana to the floor. Squeeze your thighs together, release your arms. Inhale, press into your left hand or left fingers, straighten the arm and turn your right hand up towards the ceiling. Twist. Switch arms, right fingers down. Press the floor away as you twist the left arm up. Now begin to walk around to the top of your mat. Turning your toes, step back to plank. Inhale, draw the shoulders forwards. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Breathing here for 1. Readjust. 2. Barely breaths. And 3. Left leg to the sky, 3-legged dog, point the toes. Exhale, step it forwards. Right foot follows, top of the mat, forward fold. To the sky, inhale. To the ground, exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms down, and our final set of toe taps. Lift the left toes, left hip, tap the left wrist, and then right toes, tap right wrist. And if you want to use your block, we're coming into half moon or balance. Left hand moves to the left corner of your mat, so it's on the diagonal from your left foot. So it's forwards, not to the side, and it's not directly in front of it, it's off to the left. Transfer your weight into your left leg as you float the right leg up behind you. Turn the right toes out, stack the right hip on top of the left, and then reach your right fingers to the ceiling. If you want to look up, you can, or keep your gaze on the floor, find a spot and stabilize. Beautiful. Stabilize. Right hand comes down, right leg goes off to the left. It lands on the floor on the outer edge of the foot. Right hand goes off to the right, so we're both limbs off the mat. You've just got your left foot in front of you. Inhale, reach the left fingers up to the ceiling, and then take a thigh drop. Right thigh drops to the floor, and then use the strength of your right arm, push back up, step the right foot to the back of the mat, turn the toes out. Warrior two. Arms go over, settle into your lunge, widen the stance, tuck the tailbone under, engage your mula bandha, your core or lower abdominals, and then take your reverse warrior. Left arm reaches over. Beautiful, bring it back, and then wrap that left arm under the right, Garudasana arms. Transfer the weight into right leg, pressing across, push the hips back, press down into that right foot, straighten the left leg. Pressing all the way up, turn the toes in. Inhale, reach your fingers to the ceiling. Keep your arms in a bind. Look through the gap between your forearms. And then exhale into your wide-legged forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana to the floor. This time you can start to walk your hands through your legs to the back of the mat. Squeeze your thighs together. Really press down into the arches of your feet so the insides of your legs are really strong. You're trusting your toes, the hips are lifting up. And instead of rounding that tailbone under, you want to almost tilt the tailbone up towards the ceiling. One more breath here. Walk your hands forwards. Come back to that twist because it's such a good twist. Press the left hand into the floor. Push the floor away. Reach the right arm up. Those that want to, you can wrap your right hand, sorry, my bum's to you all. You can wrap your right hand around your lower back. Keep drawing that shoulder back and then release the right hand to the mat. Switch, push the right arm into the floor as you reach the left. Get into the thoracic between the shoulder blades, and then maybe you wrap that left arm around your lower back, reaching for your right hip. Keep twisting the left shoulder back. Carefully release. Walk your hands around to your left foot, to the top of your mat. Frame your foot, step back to plank, readjust, shoulders forwards, draw the belly in, and really squeeze the tailbone underneath, cracking that walnut between your buttocks. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, pull the shoulders back, glutes on, kneecaps off the floor in up dog and in cobra. Glutes are working hard. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha, for 3 breaths. Inhale, 1. Inhale, 2. Inhale, 3. Next breath, right leg to the sky. Step it through. Forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale to the sky, reaching up. Tuck the tailbone under, lift the chest, reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Straight into your half moon. Right hand to the right corner, same balance. Left leg lifts. Just going a little bit more fluidly into your half moon. Release the leg to the back, off the mat to the right, I should say. So that kind of ski shape, left hand off the mat to the left. Reach the right arm up, and then left thigh drops to the floor. Press the left leg back up, and then step the left foot to the back of the mat. Warrior two. And then when you're ready, reverse your warrior. Right arm reaches up, and then the right arm goes under the left, eagle arms, Garudasana. Transition the weight to your left leg. Press the hips back, flex the right toes. Feel free to get a little deeper, everybody. Press all the way back up, turn the toes in, inhale, reach up. Exhale, gently fold, lifting the hips, squeezing the thighs together, releasing the arms. Those that want to, you can reach for your ankles, keep squeezing the thighs together and draw the crown of your head through. Those that want to, you can reach through your legs. Those that want to can work into tripod headstand if you have that in your practice. So you can bring the hands down, making sure you've got your triangle base, hands shoulder width apart, but the crown of the head or hairline moves towards the top of your triangle. And maybe you just come to a float, or you can have a little play here if you want to. No pressure to invert, you choose where you want to be, and then slowly make your way forwards when you're ready. Last set of twists, left hand to the floor, reach the right arm up, maybe around. Exhale, release, and then reach the left arm to the ceiling, maybe wrap it around. Hopefully the shoulders are feeling a lot more open. And release. Walk around to the top of your mat, frame your right foot, step back to your plank, move through your vinyasa. Pull forwards, draw the belly in, chaturanga, into upward facing dog or cobra, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. For your 3 breaths, inhale 1. Nice lengthening through the spine, hips high. 2. 3. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Step it between your hands, top of the mat. Right leg follows, forward fold. Get a little bit deeper in your forward fold if you wish. You could wrap your arms around the backs of your legs now. And what I like to do is reach for the forearms and then slide them down. And then release to the sky. Inhale, big stretch. Tuck that tailbone under, lift the chest. Exhale to the floor. Inhale, lift up halfway. And then last round, left hand to the left corner, Ardha Chandrasana. Half moon, back into our balance on the other side. Right leg lifts. Focus your gaze until your stable back foot is active. Open the hip, open the chest, reach the right fingers to the ceiling. And then only when you're feeling stable, and if you're feeling stable, look up. Good, lower the hand, kick the right leg off to the left behind you. Right hand off the mat to the right, and your left foot is in front. Reach the left fingers up. Drop the thigh, and then use your strength. Push back up. Beautiful. Step the right foot to the back of the mat, turn the toes out. Warrior two. You know where we are now. Reach your arms out wide. Soften the shoulders here. Tuck your tailbone under and just draw the left knee out slightly so you can see the inside of your left foot. Reverse warrior, left arm. Exhale, Garudasana arms. Left arm goes under right. Reach the fingers up. Transition the weight to your back leg. So you might need to readjust your toes and then drop into that right knee as you push the hips back. Now use your strength, press back up, turn the toes in. Inhale first, we reach up, look through the gap in your forearms. Exhale, forward fold. Squeeze your thighs together. And then final round of your wide-legged forward fold, and you choose if you want to reach out, you want to work those hands through, get the crown of your head down. Trust your toes, keep the hips high. Those that want to invert, you're welcome to invert, go there if you wish. No pressure to though. Remember to pull those elbows in. And then when you've had enough, walk your hands back in front, and then we go straight round to the top of our mats. Move through a vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Your way down. Inhale, upward facing or cobra, glutes on, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog, or if you wish, take a child's pose for 3. Inhale, 1. 2. And 3. Those in downward facing dog, lower to your knees. And everybody else, come up onto your knees. Take your block if you like using them. Tuck the toes under again. Have your feet and knees hip width apart. Bring your hands to your waist or above the hip bones. And just make sure you're tucking that tailbone under, engaging through your lower abdominals. Lift the chest, draw the shoulders up, back and down, open your chest. Again, tuck the tailbone under, hips forwards, lift up through the chest, draw the shoulders back. One more, squeeze the block if you have it, lift the chest, draw the shoulders back. Beautiful, slowly come back up, untuck the toes, sit back on your heels. Lolasana, so you're going to bring the knees together. Got fluff all over my leggings. Bring your knees together and the palms of your hands either side of your knees so your fingertips line up with your kneecaps. Squeeze the thighs together, round through the back, and you're going to pull your knees in towards your collarbone. This is so hard for me. Roll here and hold for 3. Push, 2. Push, 1. Ease back down. Give the wrists a little shake, and we're going to come back into camel. So you're welcome to use the block if you want to, or perhaps you want to move off away from the block and just see if you can engage without the props. So we're going to come back to knees hip width apart, toes tucked under, and so that you have access to your heels if you want to go there. Start with the original position, hands on hips, and just tilt that tailbone under. Lift the hips, draw the shoulders back. Try that again. Tilt that tailbone under, glutes on. Lift the hips, draw the shoulders back. Now those that want to, you might be ready to easily reach your heels here. Push the hips forwards, lift the chest, draw the shoulders back. Try not to collapse into your heels. Be light on the fingers. One more. Press the hips forwards, lift the chest, draw the shoulders back. See if you can keep that engagement and then reach your arms forwards and then use those arms to help you come back up. You're welcome to do that again. Untuck the toes for those that have had enough and sit back on your heels. Before we do Lolasana, and whilst everyone else is doing a second camel pose, drop your chin to your chest for a moment. And I like to just do some little neck circles here. I may have mentioned earlier that I often suffer with a tight neck, so draw the right ear round to the right shoulder and just enjoy some nice, gentle neck releasing. Left to left. Right to right. Left to left. Chin to chest. Those that have hopefully done a second camel, you should be ready now to go straight into our Lolasana, or our kind of rounded back counter pose. So you're going to bring your palms down, fingers spread, fingertips line up with the knees together. Push the floor away. Draw the knees in towards your collarbone. Hold here for 3. 2, squeeze the knees together. And 1. And lower to the floor. Okay, so we're going to come onto the floor for a final back bend with an added quad stretch. So lower down, bring your right hand to the floor, rest your head on your hand. Reach for your left foot with your left hand. And then just draw the heel in. If this doesn't feel like much for you, just make sure the knees are together and press the left hip bone into the floor. Hopefully then you start to feel a little bit more of a quad stretch. You might want to stay here. Those that want a little bit more, reach your right arm forwards, kick into that left hand, and lift your right arm and left leg, left thigh off the floor. Squeeze your left buttock, reach up and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower to the floor, release your left foot and take a rest. You can wiggle the hips here. You're going to do the same again on the other side. Reach for your right foot. Again, knees together. Pull the heel to your bottom. Push the right hip bone down into the floor as well. That usually makes it a little stronger. And then if you want a bit more, left arm forwards, kick the right foot into your right hand, lift the left arm. Notice how my left leg is on the floor, but just working the back diagonally. Keep kicking. It's really hard to speak. Keep kicking for 3, 2, draw the right shoulder back, and 1. Ooh. And release, rest your head. Wiggle your hips here. Now, if you want to do more back work, you're welcome, but to keep this video short, we're going to move into our counter poses, our forward folds now. So bringing your legs out in front of you, take a block, bring the block on its lowest setting, or kind of portrait shape, and then place the soles of your feet on the block. I really like this stretch. I think I've done it in a previous video actually. And then first of all, just reach for your toes. Perhaps your toes could do with a bit of warming up. Give them a little rub down, a little massage. And as you're leaning forwards, we're just releasing the spine. So don't worry about the hips just yet. We're going to get a little deeper in a few more breaths once the back is sort of recalibrated. And when you're ready, you're going to feed your arms through the gap, which is great because you can start to kind of get your elbows to the floor. And then you're going to reach your fingers around your block, if you can reach. And then as you press your elbows down, you'll start to feel it, I think, a little bit more intensely in your hips. And keep moving the crown of your head forwards. But you're trying to get the nose to the floor inside your heels. So if your legs are a little bit close, you probably need to take them your feet further out, just so you've got a nice gap, a nice distance between the heels of your feet and your body. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Easing out slowly, removing the block. And to finish, just bring your right foot under your left thigh, hook your left foot over your right knee and come into your seated twist. Wrap your right arm around your left knee, reach the left fingers back. Inhale, exhale, hold your twist for 3. You can bind if you have that in your practice. For 2. For 1. Inhale forwards, release and literally just switch the legs round. Right fingers behind. I like to hold my right knee with my left arm. But if you wish, you can bind. Inhale. Exhale, twist, draw the shoulder back and down for 3. For 2. For 1. Inhale, center. And then come to your back. Or if you would like to meditate for a few minutes, you're welcome to stay upright. Maybe take Baddha Konasana with your legs. Rest your arms by your sides or on your stomach. And just allow the inner thighs to cool off. Perhaps relax the shoulders back to the floor. You can stay here and relax for as long as you need to. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I hope you enjoyed that flow, and I hope you felt a lot of warmth and heat, particularly in your spine. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And look out for future content from me. I'm gonna try and get some new videos done. Whether I'll get them published before the end of the year is another story, because food and drink might get in the way, but definitely keep your eyes peeled for more content from me in the new year. And until next time, have a wonderful day.